A very good greeting to Miss Wani and my fellow friend. Today our group, not fast but furious, we're going to present about online learning is the future of education. Before we start, I would like to introduce my team member, which is myself, Joel, Tichai, CHEONG, and Lee Xingyu. And now, Lee Xingyu, we are going to introduce our today introduction.
A very good day to Miss Wani. My name is Lee Xingyu and I'm going to talk about the introduction of our presentation. And I would like to start with a quote from Albert Einstein. He says that education is not the learning of facts but the training of the mind to think. In fact, some experts claim that our traditional learning methods should be replaced by nowadays the online modern learning methods. And also some students also claim that they feel more comfortable and they even get better results after they change the learning methods into the online learning. So here comes the rational part. Some scholars claim that students are not prepared well physically and emotionally to the online learning, so they should not expose to it. However, in this paper, we agree that online learning will be the future of education because first, it provides adaptability to all learners and it helps strengthen critical thinking and also problem-solving skills. However, some people claim that online learning has too less interactions among the users, but this can be solved by using all the interactive tools that is already provided in the online learning platforms.
Argument 1, which is online learning provide better adaptability. How flexible the online learning is? Well, there are three main points that determine the flexibility of online learning, which is first, you can study anywhere you want. It does not have a time frame like usually in the school, where you must enter the class before the lecture reach. Next, you can study anywhere you want, where it does not restrict the place or space for you to study, probably cafe, room, or even on the bed. Thirdly, where you can search info for free or just cost a little. What's more important is online learning makes some people like me interact in the class without need to see each other's face. Next, we will look into how online learning flexible to students. With better adaptability, students will eventually increase interest towards study. Next, the convenient use of electronic message such as WhatsApp, Messenger, or e-learning platform like the most university does. With the use of e-learning, lecturers don't have to repeating explain the same thing or the same question, where the student can look into the platform discussion. How about online learning towards lecturer or teachers? Lecturer can post anything online for students, such as announcement, tests, quiz, notes, etc., where they don't have to meet face-to-face in the class or in lecturer office to gather ingredients or study materials. After that, besides online learning convenient to students, it also convenient to lecturer as well, in terms of space, time, and pace. I can give an example where sometimes lecturers have emergency situation where cannot be avoided. He or she can just message in the group and cancel class. Unlike face-to-face, where some of the students already reached the class earlier, then the lecturer suddenly cancel the class. Very pity, isn't it?
Hi, it's me again, Lee Xingyu, and I'll be explaining about the argument 2, which is online learning helps strengthen the critical thinking and also problem-solving skills. The interesting experience from online learning enhances people of all ages to utilize the online learning platform. And the educators can utilize the innovative programs to create the programs for the users. And when all the users want to achieve the high level of critical thinking skills and also problem-solving methods, they have to undergo some procedures, which is listing, debating, reviewing, and also restructuring. And with all these discussion topics and supportive materials prepared by the educators, it will create an effective medium for online learning and also for critical thinking learning. Besides, online learning could just provide a better international platform with zero boundaries learning and communication to the learners. The learners could just explore their interests and content, and they could communicate and also obtain new insights with the expertise internationally, and then they could just ask questions and develop the conversations to enhance their critical thinking skills. And some experts also claim that through this, the teamwork, the group work, and also group presentation, it could just enhance their engagement and also their academic success. And this will be improve their thinking skills and justification skills. Online learning could just help the learner to become more critical in terms of receiving and also analyzing the data that they receive, and they will start to learn to detect the manipulation of knowledge, and they also learn to discern the fake news by proving evidence, because they know that anything that they hear or see couldn't just be trusted at the face value. And this in comprehension will help them to develop the analytical thinking skills and also achieving a good quality experience in online learning.
I will present the counter-argument of online learning. Online learning has a lack of interaction among the user. Online class will reduce the face-to-face communication between students as well as between student and teacher. Student is usually limited to question and answer in forum format, sending and receiving email, or chat through online communication tools. Lack of face-to-face communication cause students has feeling of loneliness during virtual learning, so that their completion rate of learning tasks will become low. This leads to conservation barrier, and many non-verbal messages such as eye contact and facial expression are distorted. Moreover, due to the lack of interaction, students will experience contemplation, remoteness, and social isolation. Social isolation combined with lack of communication often tend to mental health problems such as stress, anxiety, and negative thought. In addition, online learning has made children deprived of independent thinking, reduce the amount of physical exercise, and cause eye strain.
Making virtual learning for all students is challenging. However, the obstacles of online learning can be minimized with a variety of interactive tools in online learning platform. Modern classrooms use e-learning tools to capture student cognition and engage them in the learning process via technology. E-learning is featured by active participation and collaboration of learners and educators. Online learning also shares vital participation in the creation of information. Interaction between teachers and students should be included in the opportunity for socializing. For example, Google Classroom serves as the platform for course syllabus releasing, handout distribution, assignment management, and course discussion to learner and educator. Google Classroom provides flexibility for educator and students. It does not depend on classroom space and school hour, which give teacher and student more freedom to make their own plan. Next, the second example is Kahoot. Kahoot is a game-based student response tool for administering quizzes and facilitating discussion. The creation and integration of appropriate content in Kahoot also provides students with timely feedback and gameplay strategies. It enhances student-to-student and student-to-lecturer online interaction.
Finally, the conclusion. As I said in the earlier slides, online learning provides better adaptability and enhance one critical thinking and problem-solving skills. Besides, it helps all students to access information and online learning with lower financial costs. Lastly, the convenient use or easy access use of online learning increase student interest. Do you agree with me that online learning is the future potential now? Online learning indeed has many benefits and effective for people who know its values and use it wisely. Before I end, I would like to end with quotes once said by Albert Einstein. Wisdom is not a product of schooling, but a lifelong attempt to acquire it. Effective developing wisdom of students is not affected by method of learning, but the passion of students themselves want to gain the wisdom. I hope you enjoyed our presentation today, and thank you for lending me your ear.